jet-powered, or maybe helicopter, or even paraglider, they all offer their own spectacular forms of thrills and excitement. At events such as Aero GP, competing pilots race high-performance airplanes around tight circuits at near ground level or over water.
The Aero GP is the first time that any of these things have been done before. More importantly, they're actually brought together in a comprehensive way. Of course, in aviation we have aerobatics competitions, we have a variety of competitions which are all very exciting and thrilling and technical. The Aero GP is the most comprehensive of them all. That tests the pilot's skills and ability and nerve in more ways than ever been done before.
Likewise, the Red Bull Air Race World Championship is an international series of pursuits with the participation of at least 8 pilots at each contest. The competition course is usually held over water near large cities and is designed around a series of gates which are actually airfield pylons. The pilots must navigate the course in the fastest possible time and perform a prescribed series of aerobatic manoeuvres, including as few penalties as possible. Planned and designed with veteran Hungarian ace Peter Besnay, who worked closely with the Red Bull Air Race team to develop the concept. The aim was to grow a brand new international aviation race that would challenge the ability of the world's best pilots, creating a race in the sky that was simply not about speed but also precision and skill. Before they can get a super license to compete, new pilots who wish to become members of this exclusive club must have recognised credentials from the FAI and have competed at international flying competitions. This is no place for an amateur. Low-level stunt flying in front of large crowds calls for top-level experience behind the stick.
The wind today was very strong. It's very turbulent in the track and makes some of the corners very difficult.
So you're trying to line it up to fly through these air gates, and it's anybody's guess out there. It's why you're seeing a lot of this quick maneuvering, because we're all second-guessing the flight path of the airplane due to the crosswind.
We don't fly at the same time. If we were there barging each other out of the course, I would say it was rivalry. There's a fierce competition going on, you know, and I want to go faster than Mike and vice versa, but all I've got to do is just try and fly as fast as I can each time I go out there.
This extreme sport is so popular with G-Force junkies that even Formula One aces queue up for a ride with Besnay.
Last time I remember I had no idea where I was, because you went up and like... Normally I don't particularly like flying, but when I was in this small plane with him I wasn't scared at all, so I really enjoyed it.
So we just fly as much as the passenger wants. If it's too much, we stop. So we always just go till the limit of the passenger. But I guess today the limit will be quite high.
When you go away from the runway upside down, you have to pull negative G so the blood goes up to your brain, and that's interesting. I think that's the hardest G-force to deal with.
Or, if hanging by thread below a piece of cloth is your thing, then the aerial ballet that is aerobatic paragliding might just be the club for you. In self-composed flight programs, pilots pull out all their tricks, which are primarily evaluated for their choreography. The long list of stunts is impressive, with wingovers following spins, partial asymmetric closers and full stalls, the tumbling and the dot on the eye landing on the raft near the lakeshore. If you have the rare ability to be a daring aerobatic ace, then membership of this club might just be the thing for you. After all, these craft are primarily required to win wars. The unfortunate ones that don't win are mostly tragic wrecks on the fields of conflict. Powered flight may not have been invented by the military, but it wasn't long after the first rudimentary aircraft took to the skies that various armed forces saw the advantages of including these craft in their arsenal. Today, the place to be for members of the Military Aircraft Club is an international air show where all the latest jet fighters and bombers are exhibited. In South Korea, 2 F-15K warplanes were proudly presented as the latest acquisition of the South Koreans who had signed up to be the first country to buy them. These are the first of 40 that South Korea had purchased from US company Boeing at an estimated cost of $4 billion. Boeing had adapted the specifications to match South Korea's regional concerns. The jets were equipped with the latest radar and infrared targeting equipment, as well as advanced electronic warfare computers. Add to the aircraft's usual armaments, Boeing added Slammer missiles for use against ships at sea.
Most capable multi-role fighter in the world today. The aircraft is capable of carrying a multitude of weapons. However, I'd like to just focus on the Slam ER, which is a new weapon that we are integrating on the F-15 for the first time.
At these club events, it's not only the latest and greatest that's on display, air shows are ideal venues for honouring veteran club members. The legendary Spitfire, with its distinctive wings and manoeuvrability, earned a special place in British history. Designed by R.J. Mitchell and his team in the 1930s, it was a landmark in aviation.
It was the glamour aircraft, no doubt about it, but that's because in a way it was the best aircraft in many respects. Hurricane adherents would say the Hurricane was a steadier, better gun platform, possibly even more durable in combat. The point, though, was that because the Spitfire was structurally more efficient and lighter, it had higher performance and it could engage enemy fighters at heights the Hurricane struggled to reach.
Innovations such as retractable undercarriage and oxygen supply were part of what made this aircraft the ruler of the skies.
It's a lovely plane and it was wonderful, especially after the flying Hurricanes, which is slower. It was great comfort fighting against ME-109F.
In the US, the death-defying demonstration team, known as the Thunderbirds, has been thrilling airshow audiences since they were formed in the early jet age, way back in 1953. Now the precision flyers push their Lockheed Martin F-16 fighters to the limit for a contemporary audience. Viewers around the world are able to watch all the action of these airshows and the T-Birds up close and live through the latest technology in internet streaming on the web.
How many times do you get a chance to come out and see an air show in the United States? Well, now, hey, you don't even have to leave the comfort of your home. You can sit there and watch it on your computer.
High-tech internet company White Blocks provides a platform for the Air Force to broadcast head-spinning cockpit video live to viewers anywhere on the internet.
Actually, you can see what's going on up close in the cockpit and all the action. You're not missing a thing when you're watching it from home. Virtually, you're here with us.
Major Nicole Malachowski is the first female pilot of the Thunderbirds, and she loves the extra attention the internet brings to her high-flying maneuvers.
I love it. I mean, we fly for millions of people live every year, so I don't see what the difference is. If we can use technology to bring this outstanding show and share our Air Force story with more people, then that's just great for us.
As air shows like these highlight the early days in aviation history through to the latest stealth supercruiser, proving that these military aircraft are now more than ever capable members of this club.